that. Hey everybody, it's Nerd at Heart. Happy Halloween. I'm Adrian and this is my co-host.
Patrick, as always.
I hope everybody's having a nice October so far. Already a couple of videos on the feed that we can check out right now for some new releases. So, and plus it's October, it's Halloween. So, I know I've always been kind of a Halloween person. I mean, I got Ghostbusters in the back right now. I hope everybody likes our new background.
Yes,
Hey,
my wife designed it for us.
Yeah, so really digging it. Patrick, what's your feelings on Halloween?
I personally really love Halloween. I think it's a great holiday to kind of to kind of get together and dress up in costume. Because we're all nerds, so there's obviously different fandoms that we like to dress up as, Usually I love seeing all the tiny Vaders or stormtroopers or clone troopers walking around. And overall, it's a great time to go to Halloween parties, take the kids trick-or-treating, or go to those trunk or treat events that they usually have at community centers or churches. It's just a really fun time, for everybody involved. There's candy. Usually you have a fair going around at the time. I've always just loved Halloween. Not to mention the weather feels so much better.
It definitely does. We live down in the South, so right now we're finally kind of getting the little touch of fall, a little slight more dryness in the air, and it's a great relief from those muggy, sweltering summers that we've been going through.
Because those are just horrible.
Halloween for me is just that gateway into the holidays, because this is my favorite time of year. Because you go through October, Thanksgiving, and Christmas, and I really enjoy getting to spend time with the family. So, we enjoy getting together. It means so much. And honestly, and what's the great part is my wife's not a big Halloween person, but my kids are. They absolutely love it, especially like my 4-year-old. She is just like, she just can't. The scarier it is, the spookier it is, the happier she gets. So she really loves that kind of stuff. So, but yeah, so tis the season to be spooky.
All right, guys, we've got another little great story here for you. Now it looks to be somewhat of a rumor, but Cal Kestis may be making his live-action debut sooner than we think. Now, a recent scoop that we got is that Cal Kestis will be in a new Star Wars Disney Plus series. Could this be something to do with Fallen Order? Could this be something to do with, a series already in the works? As y'all know, the only series that we know of that is in the works is Ahsoka at the moment. We don't know of any other series that is currently being made by Disney. So maybe he might show up. I wouldn't be against it. And I think Cameron Monaghan is the perfect age because he's been the one who's been voicing and playing Cal Kestis, that I think this is a perfect opportunity for him to get into live action. Overall, I'm very happy with this. As y'all know, Cal Kestis is the main character from the Jedi video games by EA, by Respawn. We know of Jedi Fallen Order, Jedi Survivor. They are already making a third. That was confirmed a minute ago. So personally, a live action series, perhaps introducing the third game or takes place after the third game, I'd be all for it. I don't know what you guys think, but let us know. Let us know, how do you feel about this? How does, Cal Kestis is coming from, video games to the small screen. How do you feel? We've seen other video game characters make the jump as time has gone on to other avenues. For instance, like Hondo Onaka, is at Disney World and Disneyland as part of the Smuggler's Run. He's an animatronic. So it's not unheard of for, characters to bounce around Star Wars. Would you be happy with this? Would you be like, I want to keep them in the video games? What do you think? I mean, what do you think, Adrian?
Honestly, I'd be pretty stoked for that. To tell you the truth, one of the, for him to pop into a series, I mean, the story is already so well done in the Jedi Fallen Order / Survivor games. I think it already lends itself to a dramatic portrayal, and the best part is, except for Grease, all of the people who do the motion capture for these characters look like their characters. I mean, heaven forbid somebody look like Grease, but maybe I do, so. But the thing is that Cal Kestis, the actor Cameron Monaghan, I mean, you've seen him in interviews, you've seen him like that. It is exactly just a rendering of his face. So I think the thing is that it's a no-brainer if they do it. The most recent articles, because this is still kind of a reported, kind of rumored idea, and probably did belong more in our rumored special, but I think we were just so happy with it.
Oh yeah, I mean,
it kind of just entered into the news cycle, and we were like, yeah, okay, cool, and then we looked at it. Oh, it's just a rumor. But the thing is a lot of people believed it, and they're excited. They are excited. I'm excited.
Yeah, I mean, there's some rabid fans out there. I mean, maybe us included. That, I mean, we want this. I mean, we want this. I mean, like you said, Cameron Monaghan, it has just been like sticker taped up, as the face of Cal Kestis. I mean, and the Jedi video games have been received with a lot of love, a lot of like attention. They've sold well, and it's like I said earlier, they've already confirmed another one. I mean,
well, and that's the thing. And what's even worse is like they keep 70s reports about the new game tell you, oh no, the story's not going to end well. And all you can sit here and go, I kind of know that maybe that's going to be true, but maybe with a live action, it might be a live action out.
Yeah.
Because he's at this weird little planet. He's all by himself with him, Marin, and a little kid. What's that? And Grease in his little silver suit. And it's just kind of okay. What are they gonna do? So I'm really excited. I think it's a no-brainer that if they're gonna do it, they can't hire anybody else, nor will they.
No.
It'd be like, it's just, you already have a face. I mean, he's already a ginger Irishman flopping around the galaxy.
But I mean, and to answer like what you said earlier, like, within the bounds of canon, could Cal Kestis potentially survive post-galactic civil war? I mean, if any spoilers. But Filoni has now found a way to have Ahsoka survive post-galactic civil war. He's found a way to have Ezra survive post-galactic civil war. I mean, there are now Jedi popping up post-Empire that clearly survived because in the canon, Filoni has found a way to make it, they survived, and it still fits.
Yep.
And it's just like, well, okay. I mean, if that's the way
that's the question, I guess, with Filoni. Is this going to fall into into Filoni's cowboy hat, or is this going to fly into the taloned fingers of Kathleen Kennedy? Because who knows what she'll do with it. I mean,
there's no telling these days. But I mean, if it's true, if it does come that, hey, they are moving forward with a live action series, it's also going to depend on where that live action series is going to be. I mean, because they've already tackled, series during the Empire. I mean, we have Andor, we have the Obi-Wan Kenobi show, and those are live action. Those are series during the Empire, during the height of its power. And they've done really good with those. I mean, they've done really good. And then, you know, I mean, I can see that. I can see, even if they do a live action series with Cal Kestis and it's during the Empire, and like I said earlier, maybe it's a prequel series to the next video game or it's post the next video game. I'd enjoy it either way.
Yeah.
Or whether he's a part of a developing series, which, again, the only one that we know of is Ahsoka Season 2.
Yeah. I have a feeling it's probably going to be a little bit further out because they're working on the video game right now. Filoni and them are all, you know, intertwined with the, well, not just Ahsoka, but also the Grogu Mandalorian movie.
Yeah.
So either way, I wouldn't expect it anytime soon.
No, I'm not expecting it at least for 2 to 3 years.
Yeah. Have you ever dreamt of stepping into a world of wonder, magic, and adventure? Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, dream no more because Carter's Wondrous Journeys is here to make those dreams come true. Imagine setting sail on a luxurious cruise, gliding through the sparkling seas, or stepping into the enchanting lands of Disney, Universal Studios, or other spellbinding theme parks. At Carter's Wondrous Journeys, we specialize in crafting perfect vacation packages tailored just for you and your loved ones. Whether it's the thrill of a roller coaster at Universal Studios, the magical realms of Disney, or the aquatic adventures of SeaWorld, we've got it all. So why wait? Step into a world of magic and adventure with Carter's Wondrous Journeys. Email today and let us turn your vacation dreams into reality. Carter's Wondrous Journeys, your gateway to the ultimate magical experience. Email us at carterswj@gmail.com. That's Carters, CARTERSWJ@gmail.com. Email us today. Also, look up Carter's Wondrous Journey on Facebook. Like and follow our page for more. Now that we've heard from our sponsors at Carter's Wondrous Journeys, let's go ahead and move on to the House of Mouse. Easy. Well, if you guys haven't heard already and maybe have even noticed, Disney is starting to crack down on passwords being shared in multiple locations. We've seen similar moves done by Netflix in the past. So if you're sharing easy. Well, guys, Disney's finally done it. They've cracked down on password sharing. So just like Netflix before, if you have any accounts or anything like that that might be linked to somebody else, you possibly will be losing access to those channels. So for example, if you have your dad's Hulu account on your Roku, that might not work anymore. It does extend to the other platforms that Disney uses. Unfortunately, this is already in effect, so depending on how you feel, you may or may not have to go ahead and start paying for a new account. All right, guys. Well, if there wasn't enough pixie dust being thrown around at Disney, here's a little bit more. In Fort Wilderness, there have been permits cited for mobile cranes to come out at a particular location in the park. This is the same location that in 2018, Disney had planned to build reflections. Now, rumors are that this is possibly this project starting back up again. Now, it's too early to tell. The only thing that we know right now is that there are a lot of people who use Fort Wilderness who are a little disappointed in the idea that Disney may be building something to block their view. Again, Still too early to say, but there's a lot of pixie dust, and pixie dust brings grumblings. But, it also brings a little bit of hope. But we'll see what's going to happen here. And hopefully it's a project that everybody could be happy with. So, but Disney's been doing a lot of kind of reconstruction and stuff lately. And I'm just kind of curious, are they doing too much too quickly?
Are they doing too much?
Hey, everybody, if you're looking for something to watch this Halloween, well, you're in luck. Hellboy the Crooked Man is now available on VOD. Currently, you can get it through both Amazon Prime and Fandango and other sources. But it is only available as a buy or purchase and not as a rental. Unfortunately, the show has been receiving some low critics ratings and is currently at 29% as of today. The Hellboy comics started in 1993 and were written by Mike Mignola. Over the years, Hellboy has come out in many different versions, probably most notably in 2004 and 2008, directed by Guillermo del Toro and starring Ron Perlman as the titular role. In 2019, we saw a version of Hellboy directed by Neil Marshall and starring David Harbour as the titular Hellboy. Unfortunately, this version of Hellboy did not do well in theaters. Hellboy the Crooked Man is directed by Crank 1 and 2's director Brian Taylor, starring Jack Kesy as the titular character of Hellboy. Kesy, known for appearances in both Deadpool 2 and Ray Donovan. Hey, everybody. So, just to let you know, if you didn't already, that the New York Comiccon is about to happen. Actually, it's going to be October 17th through the 20th. So, already, predictions are flying. People are coming up with ideas on what could be happening. So, we're no different. We're going to go ahead and try to give you our soothsaying, try our best at soothsaying, try to figure out exactly what may or possibly could happen based on who's there and what information we have. But ultimately, it's fun to guess.
Yeah.
So, Patrick, any big predictions for you?
Yeah, I think personally it looks to be like we're going to have the Lucasfilm Publishing Group there. I think we're going to get, because that's usually when they do this, we're going to get some, what's coming next year in the forms of comics, some books. I'm personally hoping for two things to really come out of this. Comic-wise, I'm really hoping we get Thrawn Alliances Part 2. Those in the comic community, you'll know this. Thrawn Alliances is a comic adaptation of the, I believe, 2021 book by Timothy Zahn. And what ended up happening is they only adapted half the book into a comic. So it only got 4 issues, so it only adapted half the book. We're waiting on the other half of the book that never got adapted yet. And so I'm hoping for that. And I'm also hoping they recently this month ended a comic series I really enjoyed called Star Wars Inquisitors. It only got 4 issues again. And overall, it was really good. Like I've told you, like I'm a sucker for the Inquisitors. Anything with the Inquisitors, I eat it up like it's a breadcrumb. And I want more. I mean, I really want more. Every year they've been doing something, whether it's a comic, it's a book with the Inquisitors. This year it was the comic. Last year it was book, Rise of the Red Blade. And I want more. I mean, I'm hungry for it. Other than that, it looks like we might get some more reveals as to some action figures. I think the Skeleton Crew wave of figures is going to be revealed because the show is literally 2 months away now. It's actually less than 2 months away because we're a good bit into October and it comes out December 3rd. Other than that, I'm hoping they reveal or at least tease another live action series Disney does for Star Wars, because as of now, Skeleton Crew is the only thing that is on the chop block. We know Ahsoka season 2 is filming, but that's it. Once that's over, like, there's nothing else coming except Andor season 2 next year or something.
Yeah.
So, I mean, I'm hoping for something, whether animated or live action. I give me something, because I already know. Excuse me. I already know Mando season 4 isn't happening because the movie is. So honestly, I'm hoping for some books. I'm hoping for some comics, and I'm hoping for either a video game or a live action. So just something. Come on, throw a dog a bone.
Okay.
Well, what about you, Adrian? What are you hoping for?
Well, you know what? Actually, as we were looking on just a little while ago, so I kind of went towards the guest list that we have here.
Okay.
Now, the first one that kind of spoke out to me is Paul Bettany.
Ooh,
so
yeah.
Since Paul Bettany is, well, they're already in production of a new Vision series for Marvel.
Vision Quest.
Yeah, so they're already going to be working on that. The other thing is that we also have Andy Serkis there, so maybe one of his projects may be forthcoming. Now, they could be to search for Gollum, but I would say that if the rumors that we already spoke about are true, that we kind of announced, like in the rumors section, then that could be a possibility that they'll finally kind of put this Null thing to bed. Is Andy or isn't he Null in the Venom series? The other thing that I know is they will be talking about War of the Rohirrim. There is a panel there for that, so that's really good to hear.
You know what we didn't think about? Andy Serkis could also be there for the Batman next movie, because that was already greenlit.
Oh, okay. Well, I mean, it's quite possible.
He's in too many projects. He's in too many projects.
Yeah. The one that we were talking about 5 seconds ago, a little earlier, is and that I would like to see is actually, I noticed that there is a, oh gosh, I covered them up. Cameron Monaghan already there. So fingers crossed. You could get your live action, Star Wars series. So that's that. I mean, it might be a hope, a dream, a whisper in the wind, but hope runs eternal. So we really do hope that is true. I mean, going back to what we were talking about earlier, yes, that's what the fans want. But those are pretty much my predictions. Otherwise, I would imagine that if I didn't see in terms of like role playing or anything like that, I didn't really get to look at the panels to see what's going on. I know Dungeons and Dragons has a few panels they're trying to kind of push or spread the love for the newer books that are coming out. Then I didn't actually see if Critical Role was here this year to possibly be pushing Daggerheart. But there's a lot of things going on there. Of course, Marvel has a couple of comic panels and things like that. They'll make some releases, but kind of staying with like the bigger media. I think. Oh yeah, I think we're definitely going to hear something about Vision, because actually Elizabeth Olsen is there too. So I have a distinct feeling she's going to pop up in a series. So we're going to hear about her. And then there's probably going to be some animated news, hopefully for Star Wars. But I think there's some other stuff we're going to be hearing about that's going to be big news, and maybe stuff that's breaking now that we'll catch maybe the following news week. So, I mean, basically, those are my predictions from what I've seen so far. If I can think of anything else, I'm going to pop them online so you guys can see them on the Facebook page. So,
Yeah,
and
I mean,
definitely we're
overall,
making more videos.
yeah, overall, I mean, it very stacked guest list.
Yeah.
I mean, and
Well,
like
this
I
is
said,
the last one of the year, the last big one of the year.
yeah, this is the last big one of the
Before
year.
the
You're
cycle
exactly
starts
right.
all over again.
That's why I'm really hopeful we get some really good stuff out of this. I mean,
Yeah.
I'm really looking forward to it. I really think it'll be good. We just need to, you know, we hope for the best, expect the worst.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
but again, you know, these are just our predictions. We don't know anything. Nobody's told us anything.
Yeah.
We're just hoping we get something to note.
Yeah. We're just like you guys, you know, we just take whatever clues we can find. And
Exactly.
yeah, but the thing is that, you know, I'm sure there's going to be a couple of announcements that will be surprises by the time it's done, because they're going to want us ready to go into the next year,
Hyped.
you know, to consume whatever they have.
He just consume.
Joy.